Ah, yes. Taste of childhood and regret.
Hello and welcome back to the channel. I am Dominoid and once again I have a special guest with me.
A crazy fish-related Swede.
Thank you. Yes, so you know what that means. It means I'm going to be eating some more dreadful foreign food because that's what always happens when Maria is with me. What are we going to be forcing me to eat today, Maria?
Well, today, Dominoid, we will be preparing Lutfisk.
So, for those who aren't familiar, Lutfisk is, I've already opened it, it's this here. So this, this is going to end badly. So this is a fish which has been prepared in lye.
Yes.
And lye being deadly poisonous and sort of pH 12 acidic.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, that lye.
Okay. So basically my understanding, and I'm sure this is probably entirely wrong, but my understanding is that they dump it in barrels of lye, they leave it there for a few days, it sort of puffs up and takes on this weird sort of gelatinous texture, and they leave it in water for a while to soak all the lye out, and then they pack it up and ship it and hope it doesn't kill anyone.
Basically, but you're kind of not right. I don't want to say you're wrong, but you're kind of not right. Back in the day, they used to use lye as a preservative. So what happened was, they took these big cod fish, like fillets, essentially, sides of cod, stuffed it in lye, which drains all the moisture out.
Okay, so it's basically dry, it's kind of almost like making jerky.
Yeah, so it's essentially jerky, fish jerky. Yum.
Fish jerky.
And what you do then, is obviously you can store it because it's flat as a board and rock solid.
Right.
And then when you come to eat it, it's usually eaten around Christmas time, so I'm assuming it's to sustain you through winter.
Okay.
So then you soak it, and you soak it, and you soak it, and I'll admit I bought the pre-soaked version.
Yeah, this is already, because soaking fish on the internet is not going to make for a good video. I think it's 3 days long.
Yeah, and I also like not killing my friends.
Okay, fantastic.
So let's not do that.
Not going to die in this video.
No. So we've got some spuds on.
Okay, yep, and you know what potatoes are. We're not going to go through that. They're potatoes. We're boiling some potatoes. Go with the fish.
And I'm going to shove the fish on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you do that.
I do that.
So it clearly looks still like fish as well. So it's still got that same sort of, it's wobbly gelatinous fish. It's like, I tell you what it reminds me of actually, is mochi.
Yes.
It's like a cross between fish and mochi, but even the Japanese don't do fish flavoured mochi to my knowledge.
I don't think so, no.
Where the Japanese won't go, the Swedes will.
Yeah.
And this is traditionally eaten. Is it? Am I right? It's Icelandic in original heritage.
No,
but it is Sweden that eat.
As far as I'm aware, it's a Swedish tradition. I might be wrong. I fully admit that, but the Icelandic people have got the lovely hakar, which is the fermented and rotten shark.
Mm.
Yes, which is more along the lines of last time when we had sushi.
Okay, well that might be something for a future video. Fermented shark. By the time this goes out, that's going to be no longer.
You know, I said I didn't want to kill my friends, right? Yeah.
You can go off it. That's quite a lot of salt there.
It's 2 tablespoons per kilo of fish.
You've also acquired a cat.
Yes.
Hello, dog.
For some reason, because it's not like it smells of fish.
Yeah, I can't quite work out how that happened. Technically, this is a commercial kitchen, so we're probably supposed to disinfect that now, but we'll just not use that side.
Shall we disinfect the cap instead?
That's not a bad idea.
So this needs to simmer, and this is the fun part, right? So you put this on the hob with 2 tablespoons of salt per kilo of fish. That's about kilos per 2 tablespoons.
It's quite a lot of salt.
Yes.
No water or anything.
No. So then you switch the thingy on and let it simmer without water for 20 minutes.
So does the water that's in there just sort of come out and then it's going to boil in its own juices? Oh, okay.
Yes.
Well, in that case, we'll be back in 20 minutes. Right, we're back, and it looks kind of the same as when we put it in, but with liquid around it now.
Yes.
It's like a sort of... It looks frozen.
That's because I put
weird.
lots of salt on top of it.
But it does have that sort of look of fish that's been frozen already, and sort of like, I don't know. It's
not right.
It's not right. It's not right at all. But yeah, we need to make a white sauce to go with it, don't we? And that's the last step before we eat. We've got other ingredients here. We've got ground white pepper. This is how this is traditionally eaten. Mustard. Are we supposed to have mustard with this?
Yeah, normally you put a little bit of mustard in the sauce. I must admit,
Hey!
What?
You must admit.
Mustard. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, whatever. When I was a kid, we used to have this every Christmas. My grandparents used to cook it, and basically, I was never like a massive fan. So my memory of Lutfisk is it's tasting an awful lot of white pepper, because I used to drown it in white pepper in order to not taste the fish.
So that's good. That's a good sign. So not only might this poison me, even you, the person who knows how to cook it, doesn't actually like it.
It's I don't know. It doesn't taste of anything. That's the problem, I think. So I kind of go, nah, I don't see the point of it. There was much more in other things on the table that was much more interesting than fish. Fun fact: the Lutfisk packaging actually had the recipe on it, including directions on how to cook it in the microwave.
I mean, I guess if it's a thing that you'd have very regularly, then maybe you would. But I mean, if this is a Christmas dish, who cooks Christmas food in the microwave? I mean, why would you do that?
Very lazy people.
Yeah, but you know, it's Christmas. You're going to make a bit of an effort. Yes. I mean, you saw the stuff I ate over Christmas last year.
Oh yeah, the beans. Oh, the beans. You've done the beans. This is nothing compared to.
Well, yeah. If I can eat the rotten fish jelly bean, they were bad. That was probably the worst thing. That was worse than the surströmming, to be fair.
I wasn't sure where you were going with that. If you meant the surströmming or the jelly beans.
The surströmming is one of the most watched videos on the channel now. So thank you, everyone that has watched it. And if you're watching this as a follow up, then thank you again. And if you haven't seen the surströmming and this is the first video, then go back and watch that. It's epic. I had more hair then as well. It was great.
I was in there as well.
Yeah.
I feel like I need to defend my Swedishness here. We don't all eat just fish. This isn't thickening.
But some of you do.
It's an easy thing to eat. We've got lots of coast. I ate a lot of fish growing up because my dad is a keen fisherman. Not by profession, by hobby. And my uncle and my granddad on my mum's side were hunters, so I've grown up eating lots of wild food, essentially. Fish, deer, no, not so much deer, but some. Moose.
Chocolate or strawberry?
Strawberry. Ha ha ha. Well, I was lucky because I did get to eat an awful lot of wild food, and like wild moose that my uncle and granddad shot themselves, to the point where I got sick of moose. Every time we had it, I went, not again.
Moose are like one of the most common animals in Sweden, aren't they?
Yes,
I remember
they are
reading somewhere that they're the most common cause of car crashes.
Yes,
is that actually true, or is that a myth?
No, I think that's probably true. I know several people who've had car accidents involving.
And presumably this is why Volvos built the way they are because they need to withstand moose attacks.
Yeah, they are
Moose attack!
specifically tested to withstand moose because of the way moose are built.
Now, see, they don't tell you that in the showroom. They go, oh, look, it's got Bluetooth and it's got this little console in the back with the TV on for the children to get occupied, and it's got ABS. They never say, and if you hit a moose in the face, you'll be fine.
The problem with moose, and here's the scientific behind it, is that you don't actually hit it in the face. You'll wish you hit it in the face. What you'll end up with is moose in your face.
Because they're at just windscreen height.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is a rather nightmare. So they're basically big barrels of lard on sticks.
Barrel of lard on a stick, coming up in a future video.
So what I've done is I've scraped off the majority of the salt because no one likes a gob full of salt.
Yeah, it's kind of like salt. You do salt baked fish. I've seen that in a few places, and they don't keep the salt.
Oh yes.
I'm not actually on camera. I'm gonna join the camera again.
I'm gonna go and grab a knife. Here's one I prepared earlier, so I can actually get half of this fish out. Because oh yes, that feels like Christmas. Slightly rubbery Vaseline.
Rubbery Vaseline. I mean, those are two words that you don't want to hear when somebody's preparing your food.
Oh, but I'm going to give you the prettier portion. Right. Shall I serve?
Please do. Right, so this is what we've got. So it's a bit of a weird texture. It's kind of like, you can still see it's fish. It still smells like fish, but it doesn't feel like it's been cooked.
No.
It definitely has. I saw it. But it doesn't feel like it's been cooked. It really doesn't.
I'm not a professional chef, so this is haphazard.
I think you're supposed to do like a sort of, like a shit stain like they do on MasterChef, aren't you? Where you just smear sauce all over the plate.
Or dump it on the side.
You know, on the side.
Right.
The sauce is nice.
Good.
The sauce is lovely.
Excellent.
Right.
So, the way I remember eating it was like that, with a shitload of that. But I'm going to advise you to taste it first. Or not.
Well, I'm just going to put a little bit of pepper on. Because there's water still coming out of it as well. Right. Oh. That texture is...
I don't know if anyone heard the squish sound that happened then.
Oh, it's okay. I'm going to show this up to the camera because it's clear. Look, it's gone see-through, and my floor has now got white sauce on it. Right. That's... Oh, that's weird.
Ah, yes. Taste of childhood and regret.
It tastes lovely, but the texture is just so wrong. It's frozen Vaseline isn't far from the truth. It's very gelatinous. It's got that sort of bit of resistance, but there's a slight. It's not a crunch. It's almost like eating gristle. It's got a grit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's got a gristly texture to it.
If you could chew a gristle, yeah.
If you could chew gristle, then this is what it would be like. It doesn't taste unpleasant. It just tastes like sort of slightly salted fish and quite mild. But that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the microphone a little bit closer just so you can hear. Listen to this. It's a very odd sound. Very, very odd. But it's not unpleasant, but I can't get over that texture. It's just doesn't taste like it's actually cooked. It doesn't feel like it's actually cooked. I mean, I don't dislike the taste. It's not like the surströmming where that and the surströmming didn't taste like it smelt. It was just really salty. And this is quite salty. Like just the texture feels wrong.
I must say though, I suspect my I'm sorry, Grandma, but I suspect my grandparents overcooked it because I just remember it being even mushier than this.
Or we undercooked it. Could be one of the two.
Well, I like this, so either that.
So maybe it needs undercooking.
Or having it once every 10 years probably helps with the taste.
Yeah, I can see that. Well, I'm not going to eat this whole thing on camera because that would be pointless. So, yeah, thank you very much for joining us for another video. I have been Dominoid, and this has been Maria.
Hi. Bye.
And, yeah, we're very professional at this. Thank you very much for joining us. I will see you again very soon. Thank you very much, Internet, and goodbye.